Around about this point right now in the video, one man somewhere around in the world would have tried to kill himself. And around about this point of the video, another man would have. And yet no one seems to talk about this huge issue that is going unnoticed. It's Men's Mental Health Month in June, the very month I was born in, and no one seems to care. But I'm not here to just talk about this issue. I'm here to solve it, because obviously Isa is here to save you. I'm going to teach you how you can beat your depression, anxiety, whatever the case may be, your bad mental health, in just 2 weeks. I know it's going to work for you because I did the exact same thing to change my life around in just 2 weeks. And the best part, it'll only take, without exaggeration, 5 minutes of your morning to do this. Number one, gratitude journaling. I picked this up from my bedside right now because I have this next to me every morning when I wake up. What do I do when I wake up? I don't open my phone like you do. I don't open up my messages or my TikTok or my Instagram reels like you do. How crazy is that? You're gonna open up Instagram reels. That's the first activity you do in the morning. That is how you're gonna plan out the rest of your day. You're gonna carry out that energy for the rest of the day? No. You're going to do gratitude journaling instead, okay? What you do, you first thing, your eyes open up. You don't even take a sip of water from your bottle. You don't even clean your nose from all the snot and boogers inside there. You open up a page and you write down 5 things you are grateful for that morning. Now, when you do this in the first couple days, you're gonna be writing down some weird stuff. I'm grateful for the toilet because I really need to go there. I'm grateful for my bed because it's super warm and cozy and it's super cold outside. I'm grateful for my water bottle because I really need to take a sip of water right now. I'm trying to gratitude journal as quickly as I can to have that sip of water. But it's a good way to start your day off instead of doom scrolling and Lord knows what's on your feed. Probably some weird stuff, knowing the type of person you are. But this sets your day up in a very happy, gratuitous way. This little 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes really, 2 minutes to write down 5 things you're grateful for. It will carry on throughout the rest of your day. See, when you're super depressed, I find that, especially, I'm speaking for myself, but I know you're the same way. It's a super nihilistic way to live life. You're always looking at the bad part of everything. Everything has a bad angle. You're trying to play devil's advocate pretty much in every single thing you do in your life. You see like a homeless man being fed. You'll say, oh, he's probably gonna buy drugs with the money. You know, stuff like that. That's not good for your mind. You don't want those negative thoughts penetrating inside you like you have let it penetrate inside your mind for years and years. That's why you are where you are right now. So you gotta start living life in a gratuitous way. And the best part, as you go through the 2 weeks, because I'm telling you, this takes 2 weeks to do. You'll change your life in just 2 weeks. As you progress further into the second week, you'll start to write really strange things you're grateful for. You'll wake up first thing in the morning and you'll be grateful for your laptop. You'll be grateful for the clothes you wear, for your glasses that help you see. You'll be grateful for your parents. You'll be grateful for your friends, your family. You'll be grateful for the house under the roof under yourself, I guess. You'll be grateful for things that you always took for granted. And I know it's super hippie, it's super cringe, being grateful for. We get it. I know I'm so blessed to be living in a first world country, but taking a moment to actually acknowledge it, actually realize how much you are blessed. Obviously, that doesn't mean you're not ambitious, but being grateful for what you do have alongside having that ambition for greater heights, that's a dangerous combination. And that's step 1 of how you're going to destroy your bad mental health. Step 2 is you're going to finally meditate. Everyone's told you about meditating, everyone's told you to do it, you never listen to them, but I'm here to tell you, you're going to finally take this seriously. You're going to listen to me even though you don't want to do it. You think you can just skip this step, you can just write some things down in your journal. No, you're going to actually take a shot at doing this. Meditating is very simple. It's legitimately you breathing. That's all meditating is. You sit down on the floor, cross your legs, whatever position's comfortable to you, and you just sit there with your eyes closed. You focus on the present moment. That's what meditating is. It's all about being present, maintaining focus of what's around you, instead of letting your mind wander and, just think about weird stuff. You ever have that, thing where you're thinking about one thing, then you think about the other thing, and then you're like, wait, what was I thinking about? I was gonna do something, wasn't I? That happens all the time with me for YouTube videos. If I have to search up one specific YouTube video, I open up my homepage, I see a ton of YouTube videos, I click on one, and I'm like, wait, what was I gonna search on YouTube? Why am I 30 minutes into this documentary about John F. Kennedy getting assassinated? What's going on? That ever happens to you, this eliminates that. This stops that from happening. Meditating helps you focus in what's real. How you're going to meditate, you're going to sit down on your table, on your floor, you're going to focus on your breath. You're going to breathe big, long, deep breaths throughout the entire meditation session. I'll get into how long you have to meditate. First, let's practice how you're actually going to meditate. You're going to sit there. You're going to focus on something, whether that is your belly expanding and contracting, whether that is the feeling of your clothes against your skin, whether that is the air going inside your nostrils, out of your mouth. You're going to focus on something, whatever it is. I like to focus on my belly. I like to try and, if you do it, you understand. You try and breathe as deep as possible. A lot of people, they breathe from their chest. I want to breathe from the bottom of my belly as low as possible. It just helps with relaxation. That's all it does. That's my preferred method. You can do whatever suits you. You can just copy me if you want to. Up to you. You're going to do this for around 2 minutes every morning. And as you get better and better, you're going to up and up the amount of time you do. You're going to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And now what does that mean? How do you get better at meditating? See, the thing with meditating is while you're meditating, you're trying to focus on your breath. This happens especially in the beginning. You're going to notice that immediately your mind's going to start wandering. You're going to lose focus. You're going to start thinking about YouTube videos. You're going to start thinking about the assignment you have to do, the thing the joke your friend said the other day, whatever it is. You're going to start thinking. Your mind's going to be wandering immediately. And you're not even going to notice that your mind's wandering until you catch yourself. You think, oh wait, I was meant to be focusing on my breath. That's what Isa told me to do. You realize that I lost focus. And then you go back into focusing on your breath. And then immediately you'll lose your attention again. You'll start wandering and start thinking. And then whoop, you realize, oh, I lost my focus. You go back to your breathing. And you just keep on doing that back and forth, that little cat and mouse game of you losing your focus and bringing it back. That is like one bicep curl for your bicep. That is one, squat for your legs. Losing your focus, but then bringing it back into the present moment. You want to lose focus. You think, right? You think that you don't want to lose focus. You want to be 100% concentrated as much as you can. But no, you actually want to lose focus. Now, this is not, you being like, oh, I'm going to intentionally lose focus. No. You're going to, you're going to try and keep your focus. But then when you lose it, you draw it back in. You lose it, draw it back in. Lose it, draw it back in. That's how you get better at meditating. What this does is that it helps you focus on what's real, what's present in the moment. It lets you stop overthinking so much. A lot of the times that your overthinking happens is because you're depressed. I mean, other way. The reason you're depressed, anxious, overthinking. Wait, no, I'm saying this terribly. The reason you're depressed and you're anxious all the time is because you're overthinking it. I think it's kind of, in general, thinking is kind of overrated in social things. Obviously, you want to think, like, if I'm building a business, you want to think. If you're doing an assignment, you got to think. But you know what I mean. In social situations, thinking's kind of overrated. You kind of just want to be more instinctual. You want to build that up. But no, you overthink. You overthink, oh, should I say this? Am I going to feel weird for saying it? Well, this doesn't relate to them at all. Why should I say this? You start overthinking and then you say it. You stutter. You're like, oh, no. And they're like, wait, what? That's the other person. They're like, wait, what? What are you saying? Hello? And you're like, oh, nothing, nothing. And you walk away. And then, yeah, you've been through that. I know. I've been through that as well. I think everyone has. But meditation helps you stop doing that. It helps you bring you focus back into the moment, into what's real, what matters. It stops you from overthinking and being so depressed all the goddamn time. And I swear on everything I love, this is exactly what I did for 5 minutes every morning, and it changed my life in just 2 weeks. You're not going to be, a millionaire in 2 weeks. Are all your problems going to go away in 2 weeks? No, you're still going to have that off days like I do. Sometimes I have my off days. You're going to have your off days, but in 2 weeks, like at least 50% of your, we'll call them symptoms for lack of a better term, 50% of your symptoms will go away if you just dedicate yourself to 5 minutes every morning doing these two activities. I don't want to talk about how bad everyone's mental health is. I want to solve it. I want to give people solutions to fix their life. I don't want to just sit here and add to the problem and add this negative energy into this problem, make it even bigger than it really is. I just want to help solve it. This is how you solve it. You don't want to keep talking about your problems. You make it much bigger than they really and truly are. You gotta solve them. And that's what you want in the first place, right? You want to solve your problems. You want to change as a man. You want to be a better person, get more money, get more fame, get more respect amongst your peers, be traveling the places you want to go, doing the things you want to do when you want to do, not listening to anyone and having your freedom. That's what you want. This is step 0. This is not even step 1. This is step 0 to achieving that. If your mind's not right, you can't even get to step 1. If your character and your beliefs aren't right, you can't get to step 1. This is step 0 of getting there. And it will take 2 weeks to do that.